ladies and gentlemen and ninjas, welcome back upon the African Geekdom with your man JP. It's been a while. It's been a while there and a minute there. Hope you all had fun for the New Year's and Christmas and stuff. I know I kinda did. Quiet times at home with the kids and the wife them. Everybody's doing great, by the way. Not that y'all asked. But everything's good on my end. Before we get started, I want to thank all my subscribers that I got last year and all the ones who keep coming back, and even the ones who are not subscribed. Please do hit that like and subscribe button. Algorithms got me fucked up there because, out here in the sticks of East Africa and Seychelles, don't get a lot of traffic, especially for my subject matter, I suppose. So what I am here today is not really to review or to critique, but sorry, had a flu. Avatar: Fire and Ash. Because when you look online, this series of films franchise has a lot of haters, and I'm starting to think that nobody really gets the franchise because people keep asking the cultural footprint. There's no cultural footprint. Why does it need to have a cultural footprint? It's a good story, it's a good movie, it's an experience, and in the end, at the end of the day, that's what all movies are, if you ask me, or don't ask me. They're experiential events, you understand? And that's just my view on things. So I went to watch Avatar, as I've done for the past, a lot of years, 15, with family, my kids, and my sons. They fucking loved it. Not the youngest one, left him at home, sitting with a 5-year-old in the cinema for 3 hours, 15 minutes. He would be getting restless, endless toilet trips and all that. And I'm gonna honestly say I did not feel the 3 hours. I suppose on the flip side of that, I'm trying to understand where's all this coming from. People hoping this franchise will fail. Like why? Like, we haven't had enough science fiction franchises that have failed to provide to the fans. Now, I wanted to watch an Avatar movie, and I got an Avatar movie by James Cameron. Yes, it seemed to hit a lot of the same story beats, but that is by now to be expected. And what I really love, other than the visuals, is that the core, the heart of this movie, of this franchise at this time, is family. Family, allowing me to go watch this with my family. It did a better job of illustrating family dynamics and maybe the burdens of a father, more so than Fantastic Four First Steps did. Gonna have to work on my top 10 for the year soon there. And no cultural footprint. I've seen black people accusing this of being a colonizer movie. Others accusing of being a tree hugger movie. Others, and yes, at its core, it does have a lot of tree hugging and environmental messaging, which was way on the nose in Way of Water. And in this one, it's balanced out by all of the action. So we start out like in 2009 with Jake Sully, who's a man who's hurt, jaded, and disillusioned by his society, and joins the Navy at first, just doing his job, but he actually wakes up to who he can be, who he really is as a person. Now, did I take umbrage with that? Yes. I had a few issues with the first Avatar. That whole dancing with wolves narrative, where the white guy comes along and oogie loogie. What was that? Is the great savior of these people who have not managed to be able to fend for themselves all this time. But it kind of made sense because he was familiar with the human technology, how to overcome it, how to blindside them. So it won. Way of Water felt like a totally different movie, hitting on some of the same themes of spirituality and nature. But now he is a grown-up man, a grown-ass man, where before he was transitioning into being a grown-ass man. He's a grown-ass man with kids, and he's dealing with real-world adult problems with his children, except for bills and mortgages, because they are in the forest. No bills, no mortgages. How are they fueling those? Not explained. The humans left for years. The labs and the electronics are still being powered up. The solar powered, I guess. Where are they getting the iron lithium batteries, eh? Congo?
See, now that's some bullshit.
Neither here nor there. Yeah, so he's dealing with his sons, 2 sons. You're beginning to get an idea why I relate to this. 2 sons, the younger, a little more belligerent, Neteam and Luak. And spoiler alert, during the struggles with Quaritch, who's back, one of them dies, but he still has a responsibility of an adopted daughter. Technically 2 adopted siblings in Spider. Adopted son, adopted daughter. And his 2 sons. And the last daughter that he's had with Neytiri. So, coming into this, after, spoiler, the death of Neteim, we are handling a lot of strong themes of grief, loss, depression, suicidal ideation, on top of the themes of war, conflict, colonization, all on the backdrop of an alien planet where we, the human beings, are the invaders. A lot of people are being real tongue-in-cheek about when they enjoyed this and say, would I say it was the best movie of the year? No, it's not the best movie. This might have been the best thing I watched this year, not gonna lie. I really resonated with Luak's struggle with his brother's death, feeling responsible for that. I've gone through some stuff in my life, and you see it sometimes on screen, but I don't know why this really touched me, where you experiencing that survivor's guilt of feeling that you might have been responsible for somebody's death. So familiar feelings abound, for me anyway. And then Neytiri also dealing with it, racism, because she hates Spider because of what humans have done, and she has to come to terms with that. At some point in the movie, it comes to a serious head, and and the kid who played Spider, while I was lukewarm on him in the first movie, he did an excellent job in this one. I know they were filmed back to back, but so we got to see him. His performance got to be expanded on, and we know he's reacting to nothing, right? He's dead air, and in that scene, that pivotal scene. So full spoiler discussion, cover your ears, where Jake decides to kill him, and some serious biblical undertones come into play here. Because Spider can breathe now on Pandora, and the humans are going to try to replicate this, and once they can breathe on Pandora, then full colonization, and the people are done for, right? So he decides to kill Spider. But that comes to a serious head with Neytiri, who had to come to terms with her actual feelings towards Spider. And you do this, you win, you eliminated the risk to your people, but is this really winning? At what cost? Is it worth anything to still be able to call yourself the winner? It matters how you fight, how you win matters. Israel and the Ukraine should take notes. This movie had nothing to do with that. It was back way before this latest batch of conflicts. But it does a thing that great science fiction does. It is more relevant now than it ever has been. So, in conclusion, what I really think of this is that I do think it matters. It might not have a cultural footprint to any of you. James Cameron didn't franchise this shit to death with merchandise, and maybe you want Avatar sex dolls, I don't fucking know. But the movie is relevant. This franchise is relevant. It makes over $1 billion every time it comes out. And honestly, I don't care if this one doesn't make $1 billion. It actually probably will. I'm not gonna bet against this movie ever. Never bet against James Cameron. But it is no less relevant, and it is no less great. And the movie landscape and entertainment landscape is made better by the very existence of this movie, that somebody is willing to do this, go out of their way, develop the technology no less to be able to film things like this for us, the people. I believe that is a great thing, and in that you find the cultural footprint and significance of the Avatar franchise, because it changes the landscape of cinema. The first time it came out, it changed the landscape of cinema. Everybody was trying to do fucking 3D after that, and all their 3D sucks. 3D still sucks. And unfortunately, Hollywood takes all the wrong lessons away from things like this. It had nothing to do with the 3D, bruv. Nothing to do with 3D. James Cameron provided an experience. You in that world. I'm in that world every time. I don't know how many times I've rewatched the Avatar franchise. I like going to that world and being there. And he's not a stupid filmmaker. He didn't cop out like the rest of Hollywood and prioritize messaging over storytelling. Yeah, I mean. So yeah, I celebrate this movie. I'm glad it exists. And if I'm gonna go and rate it at 9.5, fuck it, 10 out of 10. Yeah, I mean, I don't care. Great action, great bad guy, Varang. And I'm realizing they did Joker and Harley Quinn better than the Joker 2 movie, yeah? Better than Suicide Squad movie. As in, Varang is the Joker and Quaritch was Harley Quinn. Well, I said, Pan Miyagi scale, this is a Mr. Bombastic, or no?
Mr. Bombastic!
Take what I said with a grain of salt, take it to the bank, or hate on me. I love this movie. Don't know what to tell you. I've always enjoyed this world. So, this is with me, your man JP for 2026, Pan the African Geekdom. May the force be with you. Live long and prosper. May the odds be ever in your favor, and apes together strong, I'll catch y'all on the next one. Show way.